Hey everyone, Sparks back with another Goddess Victory Nikke video. I forgot to record an intro for this video, so you're getting a little bit of a voiceover. I was so excited to get into testing that I just didn't do the recording, and I was also considering just combining this with my pulling video, but it got too long, so here we are. Anyway, check out the test results. They're kind of crazy. Okay, I think that battle actually went pretty well. It actually went a lot better than I was expecting. Total battle time of 43 seconds. Pretty good, honestly. And we were getting, what, about a little over 26 million for Sakura, and just barely more with Red Hood. That's actually extremely impressive for Sakura. So, we will see now, after we swap out Rosanna for a couple other Burst 2s, how much Rosanna is actually helping here. And then we will also come back to this and swap out Sakura and use another Burst 3 with Rosanna to see if their synergy is really important. Alright, I think that was a little bit faster, but honestly, I expected it to be an even bigger distance or difference with Crown. So let's go ahead and see if my perception was actually accurate and if it was actually a close time. 32 seconds. Okay, so it is a full 11 seconds faster. That is quite a bit, considering we're only talking about 30-40 seconds. But let's take a look at the damage. So Red Hood actually did almost 3 million less damage, and Sakura actually did slightly more damage. So that's kind of interesting. More by about 1 million. Okay, this felt pretty fast. Here we actually did the traditional schoolgirl setup where we're bursting with Naga. So let's see how this went. That felt pretty quick. Total battle time, 32 seconds. Okay, that's actually identical battle time to the last one. And let's see, damage for Red Hood, 23. That's continuing to fall off little by little. And Sakura is very similar at 26. Okay, let's go ahead and try out bunnies this time. Okay, we'll see how the bunnies time compares. These have all been pretty similar results. Unfortunately, Rosanna's time is definitely lagging behind so far. Okay, total battle time with the bunnies, 34 seconds. Okay, so that is the second slowest one that we've seen, but still 9 seconds faster than the clear with Rosanna. Now, something that I do want to caveat here is that Rosanna is definitely not as invested. So my Rosanna, I got her immediately up to all skills level 4, and all of her gear is level 1 with no overloads on it. So just keep that in mind. We're going to do a really quick comparison in the shooting range now, but I just wanted to do this test with Modernia because she has a lot of parts, so that parts damage really comes into play. Okay, so here's the results of the shooting range test with Rosanna. It is just over 810 million damage. Now, in theory, we should see this being a lot lower than Blanc, because when I swap in Blanc here, damage should go way up because Rosanna is building skills against parts. We have no parts here. So if we don't see a big damage increase, it means Rosanna's skills really weren't even doing anything. Okay, surprisingly, actually not that big of a difference. So we did get a whole 3 million more, but this was actually much closer than I expected. In a way, we could say this is good because it shows Rosanna is functioning pretty well, even without a lot of parts to attack. But on the other hand, it's kind of showing that the impact of her skills isn't actually that big. So you could kind of look at this as either a positive or a negative. She has more universal application, but also not as good of an effect against parts as we might have expected. That said, keeping up with a highly invested Blanc is pretty impressive. I mean, only 3 million damage less, so I don't know, maybe we should actually take that as more of a positive sign. Okay, so I just went back and did another run with Rosanna and leveled her skills all the way up to 7 to see how she could compete this time against Modernia and the other units. So let's see, what was our total battle time? 31 seconds. Wow, that is actually the newest fastest time. 31 seconds is faster than I did it with Crown or with bursting with Naga. That is now that's only by 1 second. That's a dramatic improvement. So that is a 12-second improvement from before when I had her at skills level 4. So clearly investment was a big factor here. Leveling up Rosanna with her skills is going to help a lot. I would definitely say, as far as prioritizing the skills, her burst is probably going to be the most important because, number one, you're going to want to be bursting with her all the time if she's on your squad, right? But it's also the most universal. It's going to be most useful even when there aren't parts being destroyed. Her other skills are useful, and you don't generally have to prioritize between them because they're using a separate resource, right? But I think her burst is probably like the most important thing, if it's worth anything to define that. This is actually really interesting to see how much that improved things. Damage went slightly down on Red Hood, actually, from the previous run, and damage went up a little bit on Sakura, and just kind of went up on all the other units universally, which is pretty interesting to see. Okay, so yeah, Rosanna looks worth it. I mean, I still have not gotten any overloads on her, so, you know, it only goes up from here. Now, just because of this test, do I think that Rosanna is now, like, better than Crown? No, definitely not. But I do think this definitely proves that she is worth using. And, I mean, if you needed any more convincing, here's the wallpaper. Let me know what your experience has been with Rosanna. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video. If you haven't already, check out the Anime Expo video. It was my previous one. I'm doing a giveaway. I'm going to announce the winners tomorrow, so get in there while you can. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video or stream.